Welcome to Classic Game Room. You know, there's lots of great games on the Sega Genesis that let you blow things up with spaceships or airplanes or helicopters. But how about a blimp? It's Steel Empire, or Empire of Steel, for the Sega Genesis and Megadrive. That's right, it's Steel Empire, or Empire of Steel. As far as I can tell, they're the same game from 1992 for the Genesis and Megadrive, respectively. So, whose autograph is that? Why, it's the artist, Marc Ericksen, who did the artwork for games like Steel Talons on the Lynx, Xybots, as well as a few of my favorite games ever, Thunder Force 2 and Herzog Zwei. Thank you for signing my packaging. He saw my Steel Talons review, contacted me, I checked his site, and found out that he did some of the very best box art designs for the Genesis, NES, and 7800 era. But moving beyond the awesome artwork for Empire of Steel, or Steel Empire, how about that music? It's got a Strider vibe to it. Now, this game's got a lot of interesting interlacing things going on, so you'll notice frequently shots will be missing or things will be blinking. Just ignore that, it looks great on a television. Steel Empire is a fairly average arcade-style side-scrolling shoot-'em-up on the Genesis with some cool features that separate it from the pack. Most notably is the visual style of the game, a bit of a steampunk, late 19th century alternate reality thing going on here. Also, you can choose between two vehicles, a faster, more nimble airplane or a slower, more durable blimp. And when given the choice to fight enemies with a dirigible, you choose it unless it's filled with hydrogen, in which case you do not choose it. Fortunately, this one seems to be filled with helium. It's a good year to fly a blimp, with 16-bit blast processing power that does frequently slow down and kind of helps when you're trying to dodge a bunch of shots on screen. But we can cut the Genesis some slack. That's a lot of blimp. I like the style of Steel Empire. The backgrounds and the music are nice, even if the gameplay is fairly standard for this genre. There's lots of power-ups, and you can stockpile those giant lightning bombs, which come in handy for defeating end bosses, which you'll encounter frequently. The other obvious thing that makes this game somewhat unique is that you can fire in front of you as well as behind you, and the screen will frequently fill with enemies coming towards you from all directions. So it's a good thing your blimp can take a lot of damage. Don't forget to pick up health. Now, I don't have the instruction manual for this one, but as far as I can tell, by picking up power-ups, you increase your ship's level, which makes it stronger. So naturally, get as many of those as you can. This one is published by Flying Edge, a division of Acclaim, but it's a lot better than most of Acclaim's games, so don't let that dissuade you. Steel Empire, or Empire of Steel, is the real deal if you're wearing teal. Listening to Seal sitting on a banana peel. Why would anyone do that? That sounds awful. Fortunately, this game does not sound awful. It sounds pretty good in stereo. What with the rockin' Strider-inspired beats and all. And the gameplay is predictable and satisfying as well. I would say that it has average difficulty on the Genesis, nowhere near as hard as something like Hellfire. But the later levels in the game are actually pretty challenging. Prepare to fight the same end bosses over and over again. That's actually kind of disappointing. When the game looks this good, give me some more end boss diversity. So go back to 1992 and fix it, Flying Edge. How does that thing even fly? It looks like a fish ship. Oh well. Never give up, it's time to continue. I've got two people to thank for sending these games to the show. Clint from Alpine, Utah sent Steel Empire, and Alexander from Duisburg, Germany sent Empire of Steel. Fortunately, they don't cancel each other out. So thanks to both of you guys, I've really enjoyed the game, and thank you, Mr. Marc Ericksen, for signing it and designing some really nice artwork. Check out his site at retrogameart.com, and Mark, thanks again for the Steel Talent print that is getting framed and hung in the future larger Space Arcade. Now, somebody should really hire you to do away with all of the depressing, desaturated, monochromatic covers that we're stuck with on every big budget game today. I like color and I like to blow things up, so Steel Empire seems like a great game to me. Thanks again to Clint, Alexander, and Mark. Steel Empire, pick it up for your Sega Genesis collection unless you don't like fun. You shouldn't even be allowed to have a Sega if you don't like fun.